So how long before the chill vibes that I'm gonna try to get for this stream vanish? What how long before that happens? Now. Cool. Got it. Yep. Sounds about right. Thanks, Wonton. Mm-hmm. 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 What are chill vibes? Yeah. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Well, we're gonna have some chill music playing, right? We're gonna, as long as it's not too loud, let me know if that's too loud. Okay. So, Otterton. Oh yeah, I need to see your new thingy. Let's see here. Can I go look at your last streams? Let's see here. Wonton soup. Oh, it is an otter. What the hell is that? Let's see. Wonton soup. Oh, okay, there we go. Why are you holding a gun? Okay, never mind. No, you're not holding a gun. Do you actually have a braided hair thingy? That's my question. Is your hair actually braided? Live, laugh, love otters? Uh-huh. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Makes sense. Makes sense. I've never seen Wonton outside of cosplay, so I don't know what they actually look like. Not yet on the model. Yeah. Yeah, well, I just looked at the model. That's why I was asking. Not yet. Does that mean that you're growing it out? Okay. So here's going to be the fun part, right?
Who?
I will not be able to see things that are redeemed. So if somebody redeems something, it's already long, you should have the motivation rated. That's fair. I can't see it because I have my second monitor, my monitor that's up here, is color calibrated to give me correct coloring. So I have to be able to look at this monitor, which is where my OBS normally is. So just forewarning, right? Wonton pew pew pew. Wonton otter pew pew pew. Wonton, why do you have an otter shooting a gun? I feel like only crazy people have things made of a character shooting a gun. So I'm very, very curious as to why you would do that. You have two of them? Yeah, so you're double crazy? Is that what I'm hearing? I would never do that. I would never have something like that done. No, I don't think I do, Osa. If anything, I only have one of them. The other one I didn't have made. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, it fits. Yeah. You have a whole squad going there. Crazy. Hey, now you're my number 2 clipper. I don't know who my number 1 clipper is, but you're my number 2 clipper now, which is crazy. Osa beat you? No way. No shot. It doesn't say something next to Osa's name. Where's your badge thingy then? Do you get to choose to display it? Okay. So we're going to be editing some photos. It wasn't enabled. There you go. That looks so much better. Okay. So we're going to be editing some photos, right? Which is the fun thing that we're going to be doing. Is we're going to be editing some photos. Oh, I should probably tell Vinny just in case. Okay. Both with 19. You have 19 clips. That's crazy. I need to check too. Maybe first because of alphabetical priority, or it could be based on which clip got the. Oh, I don't know. I need to remember. Is it analytics? It was analytics, right? You guys using my emotes. Where was that at? Here? What was the emote that we were looking at? Who was using where? It's how many views your clips have. Ooh, interesting, interesting. You don't get the cheese joke? Which cheese joke? We have many cheese jokes. We have many, many cheese jokes. Oh, it was that one? Was it that one? Ray Cheese. Okay. In the clip. Oh, okay. So his name is Ray Chase. That's Nouvelette's voice actor. And I read it as Ray Cheese. I just accidentally actually read it as that. Wonton, not a lot of people have used it. Crazy. Yeah, I actually read it as Ray Cheese. You're still the OG user of it. Technically, Taxi is, right? Because Taxi made it. So technically, Taxi is. Okay. So we're going to edit some photos. Right? Let's go through the ones that we have edited so far. Right? We've got that one. Yeah, because the otter ones are better. Crazy. Let me be delusional. Crazy. That you're going to say the otter ones are better. Is it because I'm not associated with an animal? Is that why you're saying that, Excess? I'm not going to apologize for not being a furry. That's just not happening. So, hello, Momo. That's going to be a really hard one to edit, actually. I got to see which one I want to edit next. We can kind of finish out the saga of wide angle shots in the meadow. You need more Layla-based emotes? I know, I've only got 3. I've got 3 of everybody, and that's just because Taxi does like a 3-pack, right? Wonton, what the... Oh. Who is it Vicky, Vikey? It's more about identity. Yeah. Nah, I get that. Not animal. Are there a lot of people who can use your emotes now since you only started streaming consistently again recently? Wow, crazy Osa. To use some of the emotes, you have to be subscribed, right? You have to be a sub, right? Or am I wrong on that? Vicky Five, she's a DBD streamer that you played with once. Dragon Ball Duper. Is that what DBD stands for? Dragon Ball Duper? Okay. So when I'm editing, Death by Daylight, but sure. So whenever I'm editing, what I'll do is I will pick the first photo that we've edited, right? Which actually was, I believe, this one? It's either that one. It was one of these. For some of them, you have to be subbed. I think there are follower subs and also some that you can only be used for streamers. And Dragon Ball Dunker. Only use the streamer's own channel if you're not subbed. Oh. I don't know if I have a ton of them unlocked. So I think, which one was the first one that we did? Was it this one? I think it was with this one. So whenever we edited this one, right? Whatever you say, Gramps. Sure, yeah. So whenever we edited this one, right? Because I edit in Lightroom first. And then I'll take it into Photoshop to do like skin smoothing and all that kind of stuff. And to like take out different stuff. Now, this wig on Melissa, I didn't take out a lot of the flyaways. There's just too many to take out. I took out some, obviously, but not a ton of them. Just because there's so much. There's so many flyaways on this wig. We've talked about her solidifying the tops of these pieces a little bit more to kind of decrease the flyaway, but she doesn't want to get rid of the free flowing hair, right? She wants to keep the hair, the pigtails free flowing. So that does make it a little bit more difficult in post in editing, because I'm not going to sit there and go through all of those. I've done that before. I can't stand doing that sometimes. And she doesn't care enough about that to have me go through and actually do it, right? But whenever I go in and I edit, I will set the overall tone of the photo first. And then I go in and I start masking. And I will mask the hell out of it, right? So like right now, there is a mask on the background. There's a mask on just her. There's a mask on her face, and there's a mask on a couple of different individual pieces, right? Which you can see there. Once I have the first photo done, any photo that is of similar light, I simply copy and paste the copy and paste the settings. I will spend an hour on this first one, so that way I just have to copy and paste on the others. Those are follower emotes? Oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah, ooh, Layla. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Oh, I can change out the Yoi Kek for Nico Kek. Is that Herda in the emotes, the spinning one? Yes, it is. It is Herda. That's Kudu. And then we'll go through and paste them. So like this one right here has the same S-curve, has the same base to it, but it is vastly different. We have more masking in it. And we kind of took out some of the edits down here and changed it up. So whenever we get all the way over into these, kind of the same thing. I spent a long time editing this first one right here. It's got a similar S-curve, but then a lot of this stuff is going to be different. You just realize that the joke is about Herda. Oh yeah, the kudu. Yeah. And then once we have these settings the way that we like them, we can simply just copy and paste. Now I'm going to copy masks. Let's see which masks are which. So we're going to want 5 inverted, 3, 1 and 4. So 1, 4, 1, 3, 4, 5, and 5 inverted whenever we copy these settings. Merci. Hell yeah. Congrats on N1. What is N1? So we're going to take those. So now we're going to go to this. This is a similar, this is the same exact spot, right? So all this lighting is going to actually be similar because there's no change in settings in between. The only thing that we can do and only thing we have to do now is just paste the settings in. You swear you always doing the most random side quests? I do. What number? Oh, number 1. Oh, okay. What did you just clip to get it? Or what did you just do to get it? And yes, of course, Ian. Anything but playing Genshin. I've played Genshin on stream the last couple of times. So as you can see, right? Really simple because we copied and pasted that because we spent one time I suddenly gotten 5 more clips. These suddenly gotten 5 more. That's crazy. I bet who went in and spammed it. I clipped nothing. Somebody went in, Wonton just went in and watched it and like reloaded it and then reloaded it on their alt accounts or something, you know? Incognito, pulled up the clip, watched it, closed it, pulled it back up in incognito. I asked for nothing. People just like me. Sure. Sure. I'm sure Wonton. I'm sure. Okay, so the first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna make sure that these masks went in here pretty well. You're on your phone, so you can't do that. And What emote is that? Wonton, you play the weirdest games. Okay. So, do we like how this looks? Yes, we like how this looks. All of this is the color that I want it to be down here. This tree. Yep. How did you get my photo as an emote? So with all of this looking good, all of this looking the way that we want it, I need to go in and make sure that my masks went into the correct spot. Mask 3. I dislike some of it, so we're going to take a little bit away. It looked like the mask went down there a little too far. Oh, actually not that much. We're going to just want to take it off of right here. Yeah, that little piece right there. I don't want that there. Okay. I want her face to me needs to be warmed up or cooled down just a little bit in this. So we're gonna drop that down a little, not that far actually. Let's see. Actually, let's take it and let's lift the shadow just a little bit more instead. We're gonna play around with this. Oop. Wait, is all the photos lettuce insta edited? I think so. They should be. She shouldn't have access to these photos unless they've been edited. If I took them, then they're edited. If she took them herself, like on her phone or something, then maybe not. Let me see if there's any. Yeah, okay. All the ones that she's posted, I've edited. Yeah. Okay, that should be good there on her skin tone. Next, we're going to go in. So you can do this a couple of different ways. I'm sure that Wonton, you wear contacts, so you don't actually have to do this. I do. We have contacts on the way, but I need to make her eyes greener, right? So I can just quickly do that with a radial gradient, mask out just the eye. Right? And we're just going to make him green and then brighten him up a little bit. Not too much, not beyond the realm of possibility, right? You've yet to get contacts, your eyes be natural. Nice. So we did just order a bunch of contacts. We ordered like 4 pairs, or for 4 different cosplays. We just ordered those and they'll be here in a couple of weeks. That and the freaking bunny girl suit that she ordered was a size too small. So we have to return it. We have to get a size up. I can't see who did that. Thank you, though. And then we're going to just, copy that mask. I like the green that's in there. That's pretty free rent, right? That looks pretty free rent. Let's see. Let's bump up the saturation just a little bit. We don't want to make it too crazy like that, right? Let's do a 0.2 on the exposure. Nice. Okay. Now we're going to just duplicate it. Make our life easy. Duplicate it. Drag it over. Nice and simple. Right. What's up, Tao? You have cocoa lenses, but you need the contact water. You can get at stores. Oh, yeah. The saline solution? Is that what you're talking about? Okay. So everything else to me looks good. Yeah. I mean, I've got plenty here because whenever I wear contacts. And I've got cases and stuff. All of this looks good. I am bumped up on the background for the green just because it is fantasy, right? So I want to make it a little less... you need to restyle your Coco wig. I need to restyle no wigs. All of my wigs are perfectly styled. The green is bumped up a good bit. I can show you real quick the settings on those. As you can see, we dropped the highlights, we lifted up the shadows, but then we darkened it back again, and then we increased our saturation and made it a little bit more blue, but then added in a little bit of yellow. So that way it's not like if we got rid of this little bit of yellow, it would be like really, really green. We don't want that. That Kazu Kidwig is side-eyeing you. No, it's perfect. It's fine. And then we also masked out just this right here. Not that one. We masked out just this part right here and gave it a little bit of a bump. Because we've got an easy line here, right? This tree is obviously dead. This tree is obviously alive. So we can have these hard lines without it looking too out of place. So all of this, we've yellowed up just a little bit more to give it a little bit of difference and contrast, but it's not going to look out of place because this tree is alive and this tree is dead, meaning that we can have a definite line marker without it being too weird or looking too out of place. So just like that, this one should be ready to go into Photoshop. And we're going to take care of her face a little bit. We're going to take care of the veins on her hands a little bit. And if anything else, like I can take out this wrinkle if I want to, but that's really it. So let's take that into Photoshop. Do you edit any of your photos one time? Do you post any of your photos one time? Why don't you stream in Cosplay? That's a question that I have. Why don't you stream in Cosplay? Okay. So before we get into smoothing the skin, right? Your photos are not edited into Spiller 200. You might do a custom stream. Nice. Before we smooth the skin, do you use Photoshop? Do you use Lightroom? Do you use any of it? I mean, I guess if they're not edited, you haven't used any of it, right? You just use your phone camera and pray the sun till okay. So if you ever do get up to Photoshop and stuff like that, right? Let me know. Before we do any skin smoothing, which is the main thing that we're going to do here in Photoshop, because we're not really doing anything else, right? Like I don't have to change anything. I don't have to like get rid of any buildings or anything in the background, right? I don't have to do any of that, right? Everything is just going to strictly be on the model, the talent, right? Like there's nothing in the background that looks like I need to take it out. No buildings, no fences, no water fountains, nothing like that, right? This could very well be in the middle of the actual woods where we're, you know, miles from civilization, whatever. So next we're going to focus on her. And the only thing that we're going to do is that we're going to use our spot healing brush. And we're going to take out first any pimples, any skin things like that. And I also like to go ahead and start kind of smoothing out. So what we can do is we're going to copy the cheek because we have a nice light highlight here. And we're just going to go in on the forehead and we're going to take out some things, right? We're going to take out anything that is like a pimple, anything that's like a scrunched up forehead, whatever, right? Wait, did you take this photo in a park? We took this photo in kind of in a park, yeah, I guess so. I went scouting out for places and I found this place that we went back to and took these photos. I mean, we were maybe a 10-minute walk from a parking lot whenever we took these photos. So one of the things that we're also going to do in this particular instance, right, we're using our healing brush instead of the clone tool for a very specific reason. The healing brush is going to soften it up and it's going to kind of give us a little bit more of a, it's more forgiving, right? Where if we clone brush, it's going to actually copy the texture. This isn't copying the texture. This is copying below the texture. Something else that we want to get rid of is we want to get rid of any severe hyper highlights. So the ridge of the nose is a very, very good example. Also underneath this eye here is a very good example. So we're going to use our healing brush off of the cheek below the highlight. And we're just going to go in and we're going to get rid of some of this highlight. We're not going to be able to get rid of all of it because it's right on the tip of her nose, but we are going to be able to get rid of a little bit of it. Something else too is that the way that the healing brush works is that after we've gone in, you'll never understand how to cosplay walk in public like it's just normal Sunday. So she got dressed in the car, and then we hiked in from the car, from the parking lot. And it was on a weekday too, which helps because we both have weekdays off. So it was really easy for us to go do this, right? Without there being a ton of people out there. So whenever you're using your healing brush, you also want to grab other parts of the skin to do it, because if not, you're going to start getting repeat things, right? Like if we healing brush over this piece right here, or if we heal brush right next to it, and as we're moving, it's going to eventually copy that. So we don't want to do that. What we want to make sure that we're doing is that we're grabbing different parts of the skin to kind of blend it all in together, right? So that way we don't have repetition things or something like that. We are going to go ahead and get rid of that though, just by using the healing brush right next to it. And we're going to get rid of, there's this little ridge right here that I don't like. And then I also want to soften up underneath the eyes, but because we did everything on the forehead, now we have a really good kind of canvas to go in and it de-harsh some of these highlights. And we want to get rid of all of these highlights before we get into the smoothing process, because if not, the smoothing process is actually going to accentuate the highlights instead of minimize them. So we just want to go in right there. Okay, so now we want to get rid of whatever you say, just make it look cool. Yeah. We've been looking at some studios and stuff too for shoots as well that we're going to be doing on some of the bigger shoots that we've got kind of coming up. Next, we're going to take out this right here, a little crease line right there. But we don't want to take out this shadow right here, because if we do, it'll start to look unnatural. So just be real careful. We're going to soften up these highlights under the nose, right? There is a hair right here, so we're going to go ahead and get rid of that. I can see that. There's a little bit of a hair right there, and I'm just going to kind of take it back to the shadow line, and then there's a hair right here that we're just going to take back to the shadow line. Next, I want to soften up this over here a little bit. When you start to get a little further away, so you notice this is a much wider shot, right? We're not zoomed in on the face. We're not zoomed in on anything else. This is a much, much wider landscape shot. So because of that, you can start to get, once you zoom in really far, you can start to get what I call artifacting, where you can see right here. Can you see it really well? Yeah, you can see it. Okay. You can start to see where the individual pixels start to overlap, and you have a little bit of confusion on the sensor. I can't show you, my camera's right there. Inside of your camera sensor, right, you've got so many sensors that are capturing in so many megapixels, and those megapixels are how close together. Yeah, so I'll explain excess. It's where how your camera reads your color output in the environment. When you get into the individual pixels, or you start to get much, much closer, it starts to what's called artifact. So can you see right here, right? Right here. You have these brighter skin tones, and then you have this shadow line right here, right? You have two 4x4 squares right here. It's much harder to see. It's probably much, much harder to see. There we go. Right. I'm trying to. Right here. You have two 4x4 squares that the colors have gotten a little confused, or how the sensor picked it up has gotten a little confused, where it was looking for how to decipher between everything that's going on here. And when you have this photo that's a little bit wider, a little bit pulled back from the talent, from the subject, from the overall scene, you're going to start to get it to where the sensor is going to kind of plug in something that may not be true to life, where this is what's happening here. It has looked at the skin tone around it, and it has said, it's not close enough to be the shadow. It's not quite the skin tone, so we're just going to plug something else in there instead. And you get what I call artifacting. So it has artifacted the pixels to where they don't quite fit. They don't fit into anything around it. And you can get rid of it by essentially what we did is we attached those to the ones next to it, and now it looks more complete. It doesn't look out of place. Does it matter when it's zoomed out this far? Absolutely not. Does it matter to me? Yes, it matters to me. So now the skin looks a little bit more consistent than it did before, mainly right in here. And it's going to get more consistent once we start to smooth it out. So the camera just as confused as you, kind of, yeah. It's trying to take in as much information as it possibly can, and you get to a point to where it's not close enough that it can't take in the information. So it kind of has to fill it in for you. And because it's filling it in pixel by pixel, you get a weird thing that happens, right? It doesn't matter until you start getting into like close-ups, right? Like once you start getting into close-up things, that's where artifacting can get really, really annoying. Okay. So right now her skin is pretty smooth just because we've done some preliminary smoothing. We are going to do a little bit more. I am going to take out this one little hair right here. This one little flyaway. And that's just going to be really easy because of the bokeh, because of the background, right? I'm going to kind of blend that all in. There we go. Hair's gone. I don't think I'm really going to focus on getting rid of a ton of other hairs. Just because there's so many, right? Kind of, yeah. It's filling in a pixel that it's not sure what it should have been in a weird way. So it's just saying, all right, I think this goes here, but maybe not. But oh well, I'm just going to fill it in anyway. I'm going to take some of these veins out. She has witchy hands. You're talking to your mom about a tattoo. She wants nice. Lettuce has witchy fingers. She's got witchy hands. So we got to soften up those veins a little bit. Okay. So now what we're going to do is that we are going to smoothen the skin. And for that, you're going to love this wonton. You're going to absolutely love how this works. IDV is having a free run collab in like 4 days. Nice. Okay, so we're going to copy our layer. We're going to invert it. We're going to get on here to vivid light. Ooh. Vivid light. We're going to do a high pass filter. And what this is doing is that it's smoothing out all the pixels, right? Then we're going to blur, or the Gaussian blur. And that is our smoothing. Now we're going to create a mask out of that by hitting Alt or Control and then clicking mask down here. Now we're going to choose our brush and we're simply just going to brush in the smoothing. We don't want to go to any of the crazy highlights or anything like that. But now we can smooth the nose. See if we do it too much. We're going to get some that we don't want. If we hadn't have taken the highlight out of the nose right there, it would look really, really weird. We're just going to smooth this out a little bit. And this matters a lot more whenever you're doing close-ups. And I'll show you that in just a second. It matters a lot more whenever you're doing close-ups versus these that are further away. Like this shoot, we didn't really do any close-ups. I think I was shooting at like f4 and my f-stop too. So it's a lot. So it's much more forgiving. But you can just tell already that her skin is a lot smoother. So now we're just going to save that. And I go ahead and save it before I start going in and doing like crops. So something else that I've been doing too is some of them that I've done that she really likes has a puddle down here, right? Because in the actual free run scene where she's walking along the path, there's a little bit of a puddle here. Photoshop has a thing to where it'll kind of generate one, and I've been playing around with it. So if I wanted to, we can do this right here, and we're just going to kind of select this whole area over to our natural edges. And it should just create a puddle there. Photoshop is OP? Nah. The devs need to nerf it? Nah. They don't need to nerf it. Taking so many notes. See, and then now we've just got a puddle there. Could I do that manually? Absolutely, I could do that manually. Do I want to do that manually? I don't want to do that manually. It's even got like the reflection of the boots and stuff too. Like, it's actually pretty good at reading everything and plugging something in. So we'll save that. Then we're going to do a 16 by 9, which is your standard like desktop wallpaper, right? We're going to export. That's not what I want. We're going to export. Because it's pay to win. It is pay to win. You do have to pay for this. I pay for a lot of stuff from Adobe. Finally ordered the fit for your Shaska cosplay. Nice, you're going to do a Shaska. 10/10 for graphic, before 10 for the game story. Yeah, the story is not like super great, you know? Yeah, you can see how many photos I've edited too. This is a 16 by 9. Sorry to just think for a second there. You're doing a full-on Shaska cosplay? I do like an off-centered model sometimes. I don't think I like it as much there. Sometimes it's better to center the path. I can start to lose the tree a little bit. See, but I don't like how little the tree is in there. So we're going to compromise. We're going to get right about there. It's on the way at the moment. Nice. The gameplay's boring, but the results are crazy. Yeah. And I'll show you one where the skin smoothing really mattered, Wonton, and let you like really see. The 7 by 5. So if we go to, undo the crop, save it as the full. Never, ever save your file post crop. Save it before the crop, undo the crop, and then save it. Because if you save it after the crop, you lose so much information. You lose a lot of it. You can't go back into it. Okay. Let me see. Which one is it? So this one? Yeah, it was this one. Okay. So this one, which you guys have seen this photo shoot, right? Let me find where this file was. Luckily for when you make TikToks, the camera has a built-in face filter. It kills your freckles, though, sadly. Yeah. So, okay, so funny enough, where's one that shows more straight on of her face? I need to finish editing this one, actually. This might be the one that we edit next. Where's one more zoomed in on her face? So she has... You can't see it there. She has a freckle right here, right? And I refuse to ever edit out the freckle, which she's happy with. She wants that. She doesn't want the freckle taken out ever. But it's so funny because we always leave it in regardless. It makes you, the filter makes you gay. Are you sure? 774? Yeah, 774. Do I have the TIFF file? 81774. This is the TIFF file. I don't think that's the filter, man. Yeah, exactly. Okay. So, Wonton. Here is the skin smoothing that we did on this one, right? That's what it was before. So that's post and that's pre. You can see how big of a difference it makes there. Very, very big difference in this one because you're zoomed in so much. So this is the same exact smoothing process, but because we're on a much closer one, it mattered way more than the other one. And then there's a little bit of smoothing down here too. But it's the same process that I do every single time. I smooth skin out. I use that exact same process. I like this one. Have I done anything to this one? Crazy. This is out of camera. Both of these are. Okay. Let's edit this one. So here's the weird thing with this one, right? This lighting isn't super comparable to any of the others, but it's kind of close. So let's just see what happens if we take the one that we just edited. You just got back and you got flashed. Sounds about right. So let's take this one, right? The one that we just edited. And we're going to copy all the settings here. And we're going to go to this one. That is not the same kind of lighting, but it's similar enough. And let's paste it and let's see what happens. We're probably going to have to adjust a lot. But let's use all that time that we used earlier in a productive way. Oof, yeah, okay. So we're going to have to change a lot real quick. First thing that we're going to do is we're going to go in. We're going to hide all of our masks. We're going to go back to our main one. And this is already too bright, right? Already. So let's drop our exposure back down to normal. These whites are too high. Okay, her outfit is exposed well here. We can lift the whites up just a little bit. Everything else I'm good with. Everything else looks true to color, except for her face. We'll fix that in a second. Everything else looks pretty true to color. Okay. So now, let's turn the mask just on her back on. And this one doesn't have much done to it. Let's lift it out some green a little bit. I don't think that we need that. You just removed that March 7th. Oh, you just remember that March 7th gave you a 5-star? Gotta go and farm? Nice. Is she getting another one? Okay, I like that green. That's not too overpowering. Whereas I think if we turn this one back on, it will be. Okay, that's not super bad. Let's drop that saturation a little bit. I think that's good right there. Is the patch after the next? Okay. I mean, it's not like I'm going to be playing it anyway. I want to add some darkened things back into it. Not that much. Okay. Have you guys been to a con and cosplay? Wonton, we've never been to a con, period, actually. She's never had a 5-star. Didn't she have another version of her, though? Okay, it's looking better. What happens if we turn this back on? She had a different path. Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right. Okay, heads up. If you do, wig is gonna need hella restyling afterwards. Oh yeah, I'm sure. So what we are doing this weekend though, or not this weekend, we're going to a Renaissance, a RenCon. So the Renaissance fair that's near us has a convention week where everybody that's there, it's specifically the Renaissance one, right? That's where people go there dressed up, or specifically the cosplay one. Everybody there is going to be in cosplay. So we are going to go to that. But that's not like, I don't think that I would consider that like a convention, right? It's the closest thing that we've gone to so far, though. And hi, Cyanide. How are you doing? Welcome to a vastly different kind of stream than what we normally do. Hey, how's it going? Let you connect your earphones. Okay, I don't like how green that is. I actually think that I'm going to leave that off, funny enough. I'll do that right there. That looks better to me. Okay, so this one we can get rid of. Delete that one. We'll redraw that one. Hey, how's it going? Welcome in. We are doing some photo editing. That's too close. You here to chat? Nice, nice. Is this your first time in? Is your first time seeing stream? Nice. How are you doing today? And what should we call you? Tayo? Teo? You don't want to get the hair in there as much. Yeah, Wonton, I think that she's just going to have to restyle this wig anyway. She is currently restyling the Momo wig. She didn't like something on the bangs, so she's redoing the bangs in preparation of some other shoots coming up. Call me Tayo? Tayo? Is that right? And then after we go to the RenCon, which we have a friend that's actually going to be cosplaying Fern. Tayo? Nice, nice. How are you doing today? We have a friend that's going to be cosplaying Fern that's going with us, so we'll be able to do a lot of fun stuff with that cosplay as well. So here, I want to lift the shadows a little bit. Okay, so something else, Wonton. You're good. Yes, you love free rent. Nice, nice. So this is Let Us Pray. She's a cosplayer, a new cosplayer that recently started cosplaying. And we did some photos of her. She's got this free run one that she's done. She's doing Mao Mao from Apothecary Diaries, and then Momo from Dawn to Dawn are her next couple. Wonton. So, in your opinion, right, does her skin look either too warm, too cool? You love Mao Mao? Yes, Mao Mao is a favorite of hers. Mao Mao's so good. The wig actually is up there on the shelf above me. I don't even know if you can see it. Wonton, does her face look right now too purple, too blue, too green, too yellow, anything like that to you? Okay, we got 2 yellow. Okay. A little orangey yellow. Cool. So when you're dealing with light and not necessarily paints, we have different we have different main colors, right? 2 Fuhuan. So the way that you get rid of yellow, you don't subtract yellow, you add another color. So we would add blue, because in photography and light, blue is the opposite of yellow. In light, green is one of your primary colors. The way that you get rid of green is by adding purple. Now I'm just sliding this, and we're not going to leave it this way. But if her face was too green, then we would have to add purple to it. If her face was too purple, we would have to add green to it. If her face is too yellow, we have to add blue to it. If her face is too blue, we have to add yellow to it, right? So you're not taking things away. You are, in fact, adding other colors in as opposed to taking colors out. So now once we've taken some blue out, to me, it does look a little too purpley. So if we add green in there, we can start to get closer to what we actually want. I'm also wondering something too, is that if it's showing you guys correct color on the stream. So my monitor up here is actually dialed in to be correct color. To where I'm seeing the closest true color, the closest color as far as true color goes. And I have not been paying attention to it. Okay. So that's really yellow. Yep. Let's add some blue in. No, too much. Way too much. Come on. Oop. Okay, I'm just gonna have to use numbers for a second. Wonton getting free Photoshop lessons? Yeah, no, right? Okay. So let's see here. So we're gonna take some shadows back out of it. We're gonna add some white to it. Just straight up white to it. Oh, my thing up there is delayed, which is annoying. Yeah, there's a delay on one of my monitors. So I'm looking at this monitor when you guys are seeing this monitor. Yeah, there's a little bit of a delay between my monitors right now. I have no idea. I don't look at extra characters coming up. I don't choose if I'm going to pull for a character until I do their trial. That's just something that I do, right? I kind of go based on looks. Whatever Dendro character there is, because I have every Dendro character right now and I have to keep that up. Chaska? Is Chaska a not cry? Is it not cry, not cray? Which one is it? Is it cry like boohoo, or cray like Wonton's cray cray? So you're waiting for Llama? I guess so. If that's the Dendro one. Oh, wow. You're okay, Wonton. Am I wrong, though, Wonton? Am I wrong? Okay. No, uh-huh. You're waiting for Alice? That's Clee's mom, right? Clee and Mother are going to be reunited soon. Clee's mom, yeah, Clee. Nice. Look, he pissed your Dia dropped to 346 on Akasha. Oof. I don't even know what mine's at, actually. I haven't looked at mine in a while. Okay. You have to look at your Akasha. I've got Alhaitham and Dia, I think, are my two highest on Akasha. I can't remember though. Okay. So let's take some of these flyaways out in the back. Yours is venti, nice. We're gonna take some of these flyaways in the back. Like I said, though, I'm not gonna focus on like all of them, like this stuff. This is one of the reasons why I've asked her to kind of redo this ponytail and the wig, because this one in particular keeps coming around like the same strand of hair. And I'm like, I don't want to have to deal with that in post, or like remembering to have her tuck it behind. So I'm trying to convince her to like solidify at least just like that piece of it, so that way I don't have to deal with that anymore. Because I feel like every single time that I was like, hey, can you retuck it behind, it would just immediately move back in front. And I was starting to get really, really annoyed with it. But she doesn't want to lose the flowiness, you know? She's not going to do the whole thing. Which is fair, you know. Please give Chaska a leaderboard. Gosh, 101 editing by Layla, by and Layla we trust. Yeah, I know, right? I've only edited a few things here or there, you know, once or twice in my life. I haven't edited a ton. I'm going to leave that. Can I get this a little bit closer down? I don't want to ruin the bokeh, which is the background blur. The closer you get, the more you can kind of ruin it. You have like all of these things, like right here. Okay, let's go a little closer in. Get to where we're individual pixels. Do you guys watch football? No. I was raised in an area where football was much more of a cult than anything else, and because of that, I had to turn away from it. I like to say that I got kicked out of the state that I'm from because I didn't watch football. And they kicked me out because I was rejected by them. If you can guess what state I'm from. Oh, sad. You're not American, to be honest. No, that's fair. Oh, okay, so then were you talking about football like what we would call soccer? Or are you talking about American football? Okay, we're gonna leave those. There we go. Okay, let's zoom back out. Let's see what we're at. Okay. Soccer in my terms? I used to. Back whenever I played it in high school, I used to. I used to be a Manchester United fan, and I always pull for Brazil in the World Cup. I feel that your lack of cheering for the Toronto Maple Leafs might get you kicked out of your province. That's fair, Wonton. I mean, you are hockey people. You have to do hockey. And Cyan, come on. Don't give me that. Yeah, I know what state you're from. A Man U fan. I liked Manchester United. That was a decade ago. That was over a decade ago that I watched it, but I don't. Cyan, why are you gonna say that I am that, huh? Don't do that to me. So this is gonna be really annoying. Right here. Because in order to get a good smooth, I need to get rid of a bunch of this hair. Decade ago they were good, now they are a joke, are they? Yeah, I used to watch him whenever I played soccer in high school, and I haven't really watched him since. So I don't know what the current I guess the current standings are. I have no idea. Cyan, do you watch American football? They were near regulation, but aren't. Oh, no. So what you're saying is that they're not doing too great, huh? I think I can work with this. So we're going to get rid of the lines up here. They're not even financially, they're broke. Oh, geez. I think there's a soccer team where I live. Like the city that I live in now, I think there's a soccer team here. I think it's a bigger one too. I might be wrong though. Of course it'd be Americans, which isn't, you know, nothing like everywhere else. That's right, Siam. That's right. I forgot about that. Well, what's up, Akio? How are you? You know, Cyan. Didn't know that. Didn't know what. What soccer team you talking about? LA Galaxy. I'm in Chicago. Does Chicago have a soccer team? Yeah, I think it's just like Chicago FC. Oh, you didn't know that about Cyan? Yeah, yeah. The Chicago Fire? I don't even know where their stadium is in the city. Yeah, Cyan, I like to be a disappointment to more than just my father, Cyan, so now you're on the list too. I hope you're happy. Nice. Wait, you come back? Akio, how you been? You said good. You said that you just ordered a tablet. Nice. What kind of tablet? I might need to get a Wacom if I'm going to be doing more of this stuff. What's a dad? You've actually been to Burn to recruit players for the GFL. What's the GFL? All right, Wonton, you've been following along, right? We got all of this stuff out of the way so that way we can start to smooth out the skin, right? You've been following along? You've been doing your own? Everybody's working on their own projects, right? German Football League. Oh. Interesting, interesting. Nice, Wonton. Your dad must have not been cool. Oh, there's the freckle right there. Right there. There's the freckle I was talking about. That I'm never ever gonna edit out, and then I'm never allowed to edit out. One time I was showing Melissa some of your cosplays that you'd shared, and I said something. I was like, oh yeah, Wonton said this, blah 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 blah, and I was like, he, and she was like, he, and I was like, yeah, that's a he, and she like zoomed in on it, and she was like, wow, okay, yeah, get it, Wonton. Okay. All right, so now we're gonna do the skin smoothing. You do great. I'm trying to start drawing more. Going to get you an Overwatch, focusing more on streaming. Nice, very very nice, Akio. Also, what's a tad? Constantly confused for a woman at work, and it's really funny at the Chinese restaurant or somewhere else. All right, Wonton, remember the steps. All right, Control J, Control I, Vivid Light, High Pass. Setting going to be around 10. That's where I like to keep mine. Then we're going to blur. We're going to Gaussian blur around a 3.2, right? Because we don't want to get rid of all the texture. Alt or Command, hit your masking button. And now we're going to go into the paintbrush. And we're going to paint in the smooth skin. Avoiding the thicker pieces of the hair, because we want to keep that detailed. Go up to the nose. Go up to the forehead. Even some of the stuff out too. And that's it. There we go. Look. See the difference? See the nice difference? I'm going to actually paint right there. A little bit more. See the difference? Boom, look at that. Both of your workplaces crazy. You're getting forced by your community to do a reading OnlyFans, but I neither want to do that, nor do I know how that would work. Like a what? A reading OnlyFans? What is that? May I request this stream be left up on YouTube so I can go and save the link? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think I have all of mine. I think I have all of my stuff on all of my vlogs. So, what I'm thinking about doing too, when we went to go do this shoot, I could have like vlogged it, right? I could have used the, they want me to read books on OnlyFans. That's what they told you. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez, Akio. So I've thought about like vlogging some of these shoots, right? And making videos on it. And then the vlog would kind of be something like, let's talk about the shoot, have an intro, vlog the shoot, and then show like editing one photo, And I don't know how people would, if people would like that or not. So I'm going to probably try it just to see how it would go about doing of some videos like that. Welcome back. We were just talking about Akio reading books on OnlyFans. Yeah, do that once. Yeah. Yeah, I want to do that. The weird part is that like the next couple of shoots that we're doing, I mean, I guess I could. So Akio OnlyFans, make that money. Yeah, exactly. Make those euros. What? That's not euros, right? Akio, what's your currency? Is it euros? Or do you have a different currency? Because I know that not every country over there uses euros. How much will it cost us? I love how Tao's already ready to go in on it. Europe uses euros? All of Europe? Or are there individual countries that don't? The currency there is chocolate? I would believe that it's chocolate. I would believe that it's chocolate. The only OF you'd willingly sub to, not gonna lie. Are you going to read them in German or are you going to read them in English, Akio? That's another question that we have to ask. You going to do it in English? Like the audio type book? Yeah, I know, right? Hurry up, Aki boy. How much will it cost us? It's universal currency for Europe, but some countries have different, but Euro can be used. Okay, okay. Why not, Akio? If your people want it, I have to read a fanfic. I have to, quote unquote, have to. I have to read a fanfic. Once Momo finishes writing it. Akio, how much will it cost us? Akio's gonna refuse to answer, watch. What is this one? Akio's first video should also be reading that fanfic. Oh no, $50 a month. Akio, make it free for us. Dude, Akio's gonna. That would be so funny. Let's do this one. That's kind of low. I'm in. I have a quarter. Is that what you said? Crazy. They're trying to get it for a quarter, Akio. Make it free or $0. I don't think that's how that. I don't think that you can convince Akio to do that. Can I request a payment plan? See, whenever I do the reading of that fanfic, I'm gonna go in blind. I know, right? Teo doesn't even know how you sound. They might have looked you up though. They might have looked it up. Paying to pay $5.99. Can I edit your videos, Akio, and make it free for us? You still remember when you first joined VC? I'm trying to remember when you first joined a VC. I don't know. I'm trying to remember the first time I heard any of you guys. Give me using Akio, let me listen to your video. If you go onto TikTok, it's Father Shinha, isn't it? Hang on, let me see. Yeah, it's Father Shinha on TikTok. You haven't heard me? I know, I haven't heard you yet. This is the beginning of the Akia voice acting arc. I haven't heard Cyan either, I don't think. I don't think I've heard Cyan speak. I think first time you heard me was when you showed up to your IDV stream. I think so, one time, yeah. I was on the EU. Oh, that's right, that's right. And you were like, you're a guy. I still have people think that let me join the Discord. Yeah, go ahead. Hang on, I can put it on YouTube. Here, let me copy the link real quick. I need to reset up the custom link. There you go. Akia, make it free. What's up, Sunar? No Frollo cosplay you feel lied to? Let me wrap my eye up real quick. I did look at her gameplay though, Sunar. She's pretty cool. I also did show her to Lettuce too. And I'm waiting on Lettuce to cosplay somebody from Wua, you know? Your crimper is burning your hand? Then don't burn your hand. What are you doing? Why would you do that? You would sooner get a Miko cosplay from him. A Miko cosplay? Look, that's something that you guys had determined a long time ago that you want me to do. And I still don't know why. You're skipping for Lovo. I'm going for Iono. Iuno? Whatever her name is. The Ishtar wannabe. You have to make your crimping less obvious. How are you? What do you mean you have to make your crimping less obvious? And what are you doing to make your crimping less obvious? At 200k channel points, you have to do a Sijuin cosplay? Oh no. Is it just Yuno? Yuno? Is it gonna for Augusta because redhead? Of course you are, Tao. Of course you are. I expect nothing less of you, Tao. I expect absolutely nothing less from you, Tao. I'll be saving from now on. Should not have told you. Oh no. You can record it when you get a phone stand. You don't have a phone stand? So is it just Yuno? It's not Iono or anything like that. It's just Yuno. I'm still a little behind on the story, Sunar. Just a little. I've been busy doing this. Oh no, it's pronounced Yuno. Okay. Gotcha. I really want the solid died and pray doesn't fall. Or you can just, get a phone clip. I've got like 4 of them. You just have to get one of them. But I've got like 4 of them. Sunar, I'm waiting for the day that she says that she wants to cosplay somebody from Wua. You're probably going to get one from Dollarama. Okay, we need to make her eyes more green, and I don't think there's much else to do on this one. At least in here. That's where you got your ring light? Nice. A little, he says. Last time I checked, he just finished the tower. Oh yeah, that is where I was at. Fun fact, Yuna, also known as Juno in Roman mythology, is the Roman goddess of the moon. Oh, nice. Is that why her thingy that she's kind of uses looks like a moon? Oh, dang it, wrong thing. Okay, Han, I do want to background. Okay. We're going to delete this brush. And delete this brush. Delete this brush. Yellow this out some. Kind of all of this down in here. Give a little bit more depth to it, right? Hence the moon motif, but it's fine. You just missed 2 days. What is clear obscure? What is clear obscure? I will catch up on Wuwa soon, I promise. I've been, you know, I'm a busy person. You know, I recently came out of a League addiction, you know. That was trying times. You guys should be proud of me. You know. And if you're not, that's crazy. I saw you online so much. Clear Obscure Expedition 33, one of the games of the year contender. Sunar, you think that I look at other games? Right now, my most played game is Lightroom. IDV addiction win. I don't know what IDV is one time. You know, whenever you say, I promise, I lose all hope you do so. look, Sunar. I promise that I promise to get better. How many promises do I have to make for you to not lose hope? Yours is Minecraft, the most played game? That's fair, that's fair. What if, Sunar, what if we like reverse psychologied it, right? What if I was like, I promise to stop playing Wuwa, so then it like all comes back. You want a divorce? Why does everybody want a divorce? Look, you're gonna just try to take Lyra, take my tech support, and run away. And that's crazy work. Okay, that's absolutely crazy work that you're gonna try and take my tech support and just run away. Crazy work. Crazy work. I already took Lyra. Sue me? Don't sue me. What is wrong with you one time? What game was Lyra playing? Because I saw, like, I know that she's streaming right now. What in the world is the game that she was playing? You want to marry? God, somebody's got to tell Soul. I guess technically I still am somebody's league wife, aren't I? Lyra was playing a game that narrows it down. It's a game that I've never seen before, but like She's live right now with it. It's I don't know. I saw something in her server that she was going live with this game, and I was just like, oh, this looks interesting. And it was like a horse draw thingy, but it wasn't like Muramasume. Wait, Sunar, are you Lyra's dad or am I Lyra's, like, are you Lyra's dad and I'm Lyra's mom? Is that how this works? I mean, I'm not against that. I'm just trying to figure out our dynamic here. Am I always the wife? Why am I always the wife? Don't answer that. I don't want you guys to answer that. I don't think that you guys should answer that. Well, don't answer that. I hope not. I'd tell you you're getting milk. I'm always the wife, which is crazy. And I'm not sure why I'm always the wife. On another note, I think that looks pretty good, right? It looks pretty good. Let's take this over into Photoshop and, you know. Sounds like you have a problem. Sounds like a you problem. What's up, Pokey? How's it going? Well, you see, Sugar Bear. Oh, don't call me Sugar Bear. I don't like that. I don't like that name. That's. I'm not a graham cracker. I'm not a one of the graham cracker bears. How's it going, Pokey? How are you doing this after morning noon? I'm being bullied again. This time by Shinha, which is or not Shinha, by Sunar, which is crazy. I don't think Akio's ever bullied me. It'd be like the only person that hasn't. Good, you're tired still? Oh, that's fair. You're an angel? I don't know about that. I didn't get a notification you were on. Oh, Pokey. There, Grandma, you'll live. Akio, I don't think that you've ever bullied me, right? You've never partaken in the bully of the mean people. I know Pokey has. Pokey used to bully me daily. Now Sunar's here to bully me. Which is crazy. Yep, there we go. I don't know who threw it. If I had to guess, it's one time. Maybe Sunar threw it. Don't know. See, I don't think you have. I don't know. I might be wrong, but I don't recall it. What, Pokey? What was that sound? That's a lie. What's the lie? You've never bullied me, Teo, but you're new to the crazy. Especially since you just joined the Discord server, you're definitely new to the ridiculousness, you know. So you're now that you're new to the crazy. It'll happen soon. Pokey would never. Pokey would always. When Pokey was in the Discord server, she bullied me constantly. Never stopping. She'd pretend to go to sleep and then just bully me more. I don't. You're just stupid and dense. I don't understand anything. What was that? The Nightbot. Wait. What? What just happened? Wait, what just happened? What just happened? I don't know, Pokey. Why did it say you were banned too? What just happened? I don't even know what the Nightbot settings are. How do I even go to the settings on Nightbot? Okay, I'm gonna have to do that. I'll have to fix that, Pokey, afterwards. I don't know what happened. The Nightbot, the dude, I guess Nightbot's just like the arcane of
Who?
You know, you make Arcane mad, and now what are you guys throwing at me now? What are you throwing at me now? Nightbot throwing? You can't use emotes now? No shot. It said that you spammed it. I don't even know. I'll have to go into Nightbot. Hey, I'll have to do something on Nightbot. I have no idea. We throwing everything. Everybody's throwing everything. Have beat me, Nightbot chill for now. Okay, I'll look at it after the stream because I don't know what happened. Why do you and Arcane have beef, Tao? What did Arcane ever do to you? I used 8 and you got banned? I've got no idea. I don't even remember how to access Nightbot. I'll have to look. I randomly show up in the Discord, cause problems, post a dumb drawing, and then dip. Yep, that's about right. That's about what you do one time.
It keeps TIMINING me out for no reason.
I don't know what timining is, but that's crazy, Tao. It's almost like it's designed to time you out for saying certain things. I'm innocent, I swear. Then I show up on the next full moon.
AGGGGHHHH.
That was very, very fitting. I know exactly what that AGGGGHGG means. I feel that. I felt that in my soul.
It's been almost 2 years. I want the list KESI.
Has it been almost 2 years? That's crazy work. Oh well. The list can't be given. It constantly changes. When you or Jar start doing something stupid, the list has to change a little bit. I would like to point out that you and Jar are 2 of the reasons certain words are on that list. Just so you know. Oh geez, 9 months? I feel like I've only streamed 5 times in the last 9 months. That's crazy. Me and Jar innocent? I don't know about that one. It's crazy to me that you guys let me stream so little without reminding me that I need to stream more. It's kind of crazy. I feel like maybe you guys don't want me to stream, so you forget to tell me to stream. I'll sue in their honor. For the slander. There has been no slander. No slander has occurred. I stream every day, like 2 to 4 hours. Yeah, Akio, I realized that like all the time that I was spending, you know, yelling at League, I could be streaming instead. So anytime that I'm like, man, I want to pull up a League game, I just say, nope, I'm going to stream instead. What is happening? Why are you guys going to sue me? It's not slander if it's true. Remember that. I shall be suing for slander. It's not slander if it's true. Akio streams for a long time, not gonna lie. Where do you watch his streams at, Pokey? I thought you only had YouTube. What just happened? Oh! My mouse just freaked the hell out. He streams sometimes on YouTube? Okay. Not sure if there's no proof. Not sure if there's no proof. There's always proof. You stream once in a lifetime on the Red platform? Yeah. Wonton, what emote is that? I know, not the licking one, the panda one. I'm used to the licking one now. I'm not going to ask about the licking one. You have returned. Hi, Osa. I still join when he does. Another Vikify one? Jeez. I need to have a conversation with this person about giving you emotes that you shouldn't have. Did it? A bunch of stuff did, I guess. You guys can still hear me, right? There you go. Now you can see my ugly face again. To think, but when he does stream, you go on and say hi, then he doesn't say anything, which you totally get to maybe people in chat. To think, I've been giving Wonton all of this great editing advice, and Wonton has been nothing but mean to me this whole stream. Crazy. You're the nicest. You just say hi, how you doing? We'll have a good stream, Akio. Honestly, you know, if Osa reminded me to stream more often, I would stream more often. You know, sometimes it's hard for me to remember, and nobody reminds me. So that's when we have those long periods of no streams. Bullying me for your emotes. I want to get that right there. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Okay. Oh, let's take care of that. Take care of that. Take care of that. Remember, guys, always take your yes when nobody reminds you except for every other day. Look, I've streamed more this last week than I think I have in the last several months. Okay. I should be applauded for my efforts, not reprimanded. Remember, Wonton, take care of the blemishes before we smoothen the skin, or it's not gonna work. Just remember that, Wonton. Okay, let's go down here and check the hands. I need to iron this.
We remind you to stream like a few times a week.
I don't know about that one, Tao. Okay, we're also going to take some of the veins out, right? Her witchy hands. Look, at least I have streamed the last few days, right? In the last 2 weeks, you have done about as many streams as you did April. Yeah, exactly. See? I should be being applauded for that, not bullied by a food. It's simple. Anytime that I'm like, man, I want to play League, I just stream instead. That's kind of the trick behind it, right? Start. No, okay, there we go. Okay. Ray cheese. Something else too, Wonton. Oh crap, wrong thing. When you start to work and you start to look at the same thing for too long, right? Just every now and then, once you've kind of done with a section, just zoom back out and see. Make sure that it all looks okay. I am going to take out this final vein right here. His wife ate my family. Okay, so now we're gonna do now we're gonna smooth out the skin a little bit more. Control J, Control I, Vivid Light, High Pass. Again, I like to keep mine around 10. I think sometimes I will go up to 12. And the Gaussian blur, it's like 3.2. Yeah, right around in there. Alt, click our mask. We're gonna brush. We're gonna brush. Brush. Went over on the nose too far. Brush. Right there. Yep, tip of the nose. Thank you. Smooth all of this out. Finding so many emotes you didn't know you had? Oh no. Let's see. Before and after. Yep. The difference is crazy. Be nice, Wonton. Wonton's never nice. What are you talking about? Okay, we're going to smooth out here. And we obviously don't want to smooth out the tattoo, right? Because we smooth out the tattoo, it starts to take that away. So we're not going to smooth out the tattoo, but we don't want to like start right next to it. We want to start kind of a little bit of ways, so that way it blends a little bit more naturally. You're Canadian, it's in your genes. Crazy. Nice. Okay. So that's what, 3 or 4 that we've done? We're going to save that. She looks very pretty like that. Yep. Pokey, I don't know if you heard me or not, but she had ordered a bunny girl suit for some shoots, and the bunny girl outfit was too small. So we have to return it and get a bigger one. Yeah, so it'll be a couple more weeks before we can do those shoots. That's the thing with those. Yeah, it's really interesting because, like, I mean, she's in between. She was in between a small and a medium. And we thought that she could get away with a small, but she has to go up. She has to go up to a medium. So we've got to return and replace it. At some point, I'm just going to make her one, right? At some point, I'm just going to make her one. But I want a little bit more sewing under my belt before I get to that point. Before I try to attempt something like that. Probably a different size chart then. Yeah, it was weird. Like, she definitely needs to go up though. House husband Kessie strikes again. Yeah, I know, right? I actually need to work up the Yamato pants. I'm gonna make a mock-up of it. I've got the pattern here that I need to like cut and tape together. And then I finally got my tailor's chalk. That came in. That I got to work on. Kessie cosplaying with his wife Win. Anyway, let's change the subject. Funny enough, the RenCon that we're going to, I am actually not dressing up. I normally dress up whenever we go to Ren fairs, but I'm not dressing up this time. Because I'm gonna have all of my stuff. Like all my camera stuff. And I gotta carry all that around. I mean, what would I even cosplay as one time? Definitely not Miko. For some reason, the people wanted to see that for a little while. I think they finally like forgotten about it though. Which is great, you know. It's a great thing. Okay. So I might end stream. I might be done. I'm gonna do some cleaning up around the house. The same for you. You made a Layla bunny soup. Yeah. Yeah, they are really weird. Wonton. I thought you were Canadian. I thought you were supposed to be nice, Wonton. I thought you were supposed to be nice. There's a Kazuo wig on there. You can't change out the Kazuo wig for another wig. You just can't do it. That's not how layers work. Anyway, that being said, you say sorry, eh? I don't think so. I don't think that's how that works. Okay. So either I'm going to keep streaming and cut pieces of paper out on stream and chat, or end the stream. I guess I can do that one, right? I guess I can just like cut some pieces of paper out, right? Because that's fun, because I need to start working on this pattern. Put the wig. You'll put the wig on top of it? I don't think that's how that works, Wonton. You're not allowed to do that, right? I can't wear two wigs, right? It's not how that works, right? Staring at some of these lines? Yes, you can. I don't think so, Wonton. What do I know, though? I'm not a cosplayer. You know. I could be wrong. Dude, staring at some of these patterns to cut out, I feel like you go cross-eyed looking at the lines too long. Cutting the pattern is always, yeah, I know, right? Well, so what I liked about this one was that it gave you different sizes, right? So like the furthest one out is the medium, then the small and the extra small. But they've got 3 patterns make you scream. Why do patterns make you scream? So like I bought one of them, so you just eyeball it. Oh no. So I bought the one that I could, you know, I went based on her measurements. Obviously I've got all of her measurements. But then whenever I was looking at it and we were talking about it, I was like, okay, I'm going to make the medium because she's kind of in between. You can't spell your pet. Because last time you used a pattern, it was on striped fabric. Oh, geez. Screw that. I can't imagine doing a pattern on striped fabric. That would be miserable. The weird thing about this pattern that I'm using, because like the medium is a dotted green line, and I'm using dark scissors to cut out the paper, like the reflection sometimes gets in there, and I'm like, wait, and am I on the green line or am I off the green line? What's happening? And it's like, because it's a dotted line, a dashed line. Sometimes the like scissor reflection is weird. Reflective scissors are pain. Yeah. They're pain. They are a pain sometimes. I did get, oh, you guys are going to love this though. Hang on, let me grab them. I got new pens. So I got new fabric pens, right? And you know that I just had to get yellow. So, you know, I just had to get yellow pens. Because I can't not have yellow pens, right? Eventually my room will be all yellow and it'll be great. Oh, did you guys see that they named the sewing machine? Pokey, were you still in the Discord whenever they named the sewing machine? You need an orange pen? If it's possible to get in yellow, I will get it. Oh yeah, 100%. What's its name? Its name is Tomato. The sewing machine's name is Tomato. I didn't hear that go off, Tal. Oh, do I not have it on here? No, that's not what I meant to do. Oh, that's fine though. Hang on, Tal. I can add it back. Let me see which one it is. I don't even think I normally use that actually. Was it this one? No, it wasn't this one. Okay, now you can do it again. It was on earlier this stream. I just didn't have it in this. And this one. Tao, you can do it again now. You can try it again. Yeah, it's a very, very fitting name, right? It's great. I should probably
Tomato, the best sewing machine there ever was.
exactly. Oh, I just realized that like the camera doesn't take up the full screen, does it? There we go. There we go. It's a different scene. You still need to make scenes. Oh no. Yes, different scenes, Wonton. Different scenes. Actually, while I'm thinking about it, let me do this. Okay, there we go. There's still a black border on the left, is there? Oh, that's so weird. I wonder why. Hey, let's do this real quick. Let's pretty it up. Do something like this. Then let's do this right here. Oof, so big. I know that's what you guys really want to see. You know, just take me completely out of it, but how about something like that, right? Ooh, Osa's on both now. You get way too scared to put stickers on yours. You need to put stickers on your sewing machine? Crazy. I could never put stickers on Tomato. I could never ever do that. But Tomato's older than me, which is like a first, you know, that we have something older than me. I could never put stickers on Tomato. You guys can continue having your conversation that YouTube so rudely interrupted last time, right? You have a Mothman with rainbow fishnets on your laptop and a replica of that for sewing machine. That's fair. That's fair. Pokey family stuff is it's always fun to deal with. Tao, you went over there too? That's not fun when your mom tries to throw a wine glass at you? Nah, that's what I mean by fun. Just one of those things. Nice, okay. throw rocks. Yeah, just throw rocks back. That's all you gotta do. Listen to Wonton. Just throw rocks. Channel your inner otter. And when she asks why you did it, just say Wonton told you to. Isn't that right, Wonton? The Canadian is telling you to throw rocks, eh? Unleash the Levi. Oh no. Channel your inner Otterton. Should work. Tao hush. Return violence with violence. Yeah, that's the Canadian way. Return violence with violence. That's the hockey way. That's the Toronto Maple Leafs way, eh? That's what you guys do in the ice rink, right? Canadian creators, the Geneva suggestions. Yeah, look at our hockey games. Yeah, exactly. Wonton's a massive, massive Maple Leafs fan, right? I'm suing. I'm a boot everyone there's fist fights. Crazy Wonton. Crazy. Can't believe you would denounce your heritage like that. I remember when I went to a hockey game and had an ambulance waiting to drive onto the field if anybody got hurt. I never went to a hockey game in Denver. I need to go to one out here. Tell leave Levi out of this. You know what's really funny, Pokey? When he said Levi, my first thought was Attack on Titan. And I was like, Levi's not the one that threw the rocks. Levi had to fight against the one throwing the rocks. That was where I first went. That's what we thought as well. Everyone thinks that. It's crazy. Pokey, you should invite this Levi guy to come watch the streams and hang out. You should tell him it's a ton of fun and that we're normal and that he should enjoy it. He's not like Levi, exact opposite, not gonna lie. He's not what? When I played hockey, I was the guy in the penalty box constantly. I believe that Wonton. You seem like the one that would be a little squirrely, that would run around and just like try to kick people with your skates. You're the one trying to trip up everybody with the hockey stick, aren't you? Pokey, we're normal. Invite him in. It'll be fun, promise. Shh, Tao, shut up. I know, I'm going to be normal. I don't know about Tao, but I would be normal. Promise. A pinky promise. I was tripping and slashing and pinning people to the walls with your shoulders. Wonton, how tall are you? Are you a... How tall are you, Wonton? 5'3", that fits. That fits. And you were the one pinning people to the wall? Are all Canadians short? Or just you? Like, I don't... Is it like the tiny person rage? 5'3" of anger? Yeah. That kind of fits. It's for me and Tal's safety. What? That you're not bringing Levi in here? Your family is short, so that's your excuse? Yeah. God, I could make a joke, but I don't want to be insensitive. So I'm not going to make a joke one time. Mostly me, but like not a good idea. He'll start flirting with you or Tal. What if I want him to flirt with me? What if I want him to flirt with me instead, Pokey? What if that's why I want him in here? We could get Levi a harem. Don't make me suffer. What are you talking about? It's not suffering. I think Tal's on board for this. Let's take a vote. Levi and Momo will team up on me. Sure. You already live with them? Yeah. Don't worry, I'll make a joke about my dad. Your dad's under 6 foot. Well, one time I was going to ask if when your dad left, because he found out that you cosplay women, were you like, well, if you'd given me taller jeans, we wouldn't be in this situation? That's what I was going to ask. But remember, I didn't. I held it back. Remember, I didn't actually say it. I thought about saying it. Just keep that in mind, remember. Oh, Juan is here? Who is Juan? Wonton? Now you leave. Oh, he left to play checkers in the underworld? Okay, yeah. Did Kessie do something? What did I do? Sunar, what are you talking about? What did I do? Don't leave. Tao, have you spoken to this mysterious Levi person? Is it Levi or is it Levi? It was a pun. Sorry, Sunar. I don't do well with puns. I've mentally blocked out all puns because of Lettuce's sense of humor. So I have to pretend like I don't understand puns, and sometimes it forces me to not understand puns. I'm so sorry. I'm revoking your dad card. That's fine. I was the mom anyways, Sunar. I'm pretty sure I was the mom. It's just how that works. Somebody that I play League with calls me mom. It's really funny. This is why you're a mom? It's exactly why I'm a mom. Zach, I'm cutting paper. What are you doing? You didn't miss much. We're just cutting paper. You know how it goes. The old tried and true paper cutting stream. Last few times a week, he gets Pokephone or computer. Like a few times a week. When... Wait, okay, so wait, yes, you have spoken to him? What did I miss in this chat? Oh, you've talked to him a lot, actually? Okay. Like voice chat or text chat? Which one? And how is Pokey talking to you outside of Genshin? I thought Pokey's internet privileges got revoked. Text chat? That's fair. Am I familiar with the Legend of Dragoon? I don't think I am. I don't think I am, Sunar. He steals your stuff. That's fair. That's valid. What is it, Sunar? I might know it. It might be like hidden in the crevices of my smooth brain. It's an old RPG. Did they raise sub prices again? I have no idea. Pinterest? What the hell? Pinterest? What are you guys? 70 years old on Pinterest? Facebook moms? It's an old RPG. I don't think so, Sunar. Maybe if I saw it, I would. I don't know. I'd have to look. Yeah, I believe that. It's $8 to sub? What? No shot. How? $8 for you? Are you in Canada? Yeah, Zach said 6. It's called I'm a Sneaky Person and Mom Doesn't Know How Anything Works. Crazy. But she knows how Discord works? Oh, America? Okay, that's weird. Do you have a VPN or anything, Sunar? Because it says it's 8 for Wonton. It says 6 for me. There's no shot it's 8, right? Nope, on your phone currently? Oh, that's so weird. I don't know. Sunar might be using iPhone. Does it like take an extra cut or something to do it from an iPhone? It's called Facebook says Discord is sketchy, therefore. That's fair, Pokey. I mean, honestly, pissed off that 13 USD is 18 Canadian. Crazy. iPhone is more? Soon, are you on an iPhone? Also, I feel like doing a sub while I'm cutting paper is just like really weird. Right? Is that weird? If people started subscribing while I'm cutting paper? It seems like a really weird stream idea. Yeah, you're right, Pokey. Facebook doesn't lie. I'm going to make an article that says that people named Pokey or that go by Pokey online should be allowed to have Discords because it's safer for them. And I'm going to make it target your mom. You can set up the parameters. I'm going to specifically put in there to target Pokey's mom. Please don't. Imagine if I could do that. That'd be hilarious. Wonton, what did you just do? I don't like that emote, Wonton. That needs to be banned from my chat. What did you just do? Because then you're going to get in trouble and Talmo are going to take it further than you will. How would you get in trouble? If Facebook told your mom to let you do it, then how would you get in trouble? As far as she knows, you had nothing to do with it. You don't like Bestie Noon's Demon Bunny? It's how you... It's not that I dislike the emote itself, Wonton. It's that I dislike you using it because you've used it after doing weird things. Don't let me sit here. What if we Zach, is there a way to like make it to where only Wonton can't use emotes? Or is that too far? No? Dang it. I wish there was. That'd be great. I feel bullied. I mean, I can make it so Wonton can't talk. Well, we could do that, you know. Wonton's up in Canada. Hey, don't do that. I love how Tao and Pokey are like having their own crazy little conversation. Stop bullying the Wonton. I don't know. I don't have any more Wontons to put a nail through. So, you know. Crazily enough. I'm just a boy with a silly, goofy emotes. Wonton, what the hell is that? Adopted father and daughter argument? Wait, is Tao your adopted father? Is that what's happening? It's kind of weird if he wants to try to flirt with Levi, if he's considered your adopted father. I'm pretty sure there's an anime about that, right? Again, they confused me. Twerking Michael Myers from another T. What is that one next? Wonton, what is that one? Tao and Momo are, I guess, my parents. It's kind of crazy. It's alright. I'm Aaron Coop's mom. So that makes sense. Twerking pyramid head? Okay, okay. And then am I also your dad? But then I'm supposed to be the mom, right? Like I'm always the mom. According to Sunar, I'm the mom. According to Sunar, I'm somehow Lyra's mom. I don't understand that lore either. I don't know how I got there. Okay, mother. What on earth is the family? That's what I'm wanting to know. How this don't help them make it more confusing. Look, I don't know what's happening to this family tree either. Kessie is always the mom. I am always the mom. But I'm like the mom that sits outside smoking and kind of talks like this. I hope you enjoy your prom night, guys. That's supposed to be me smoking. Apparently I don't know how to smoke a cigarette though. Hello, Lady Tao. I'm always watching. Guess he's actually the whining at the time. You'll never guess who I saw at Walmart the other day. You remember Susan? Man, I just want to vibe while I do daily when I get this. Look, Zach, it was actually very vibey earlier when we were editing photos. It was very, very vibey. Wonton got a lot of notes to take down for Photoshop and Lightroom. And then we pulled out the paper. See her hair? I'm Momo and Tao's kid, then your kid, and I somehow adopted Jar. Who is Surfy? And my pets are now Momo and Tao's grandkids. I don't know how we got here. Why is it like this when I come in? You just have this energy about you, Zach. I'm sorry. I could do Mon Mon's voice if you want instead. Would you prefer always watching lady or Mon Mon's voice? Which one would you want, Zach? To chill and vibe with? I will leave. It's crazy. All it takes is the threat of a mon. That should be a redeemable. Cassie, what will it take for you to make the funny voice a redeem? That's what I was gonna say. We should make it a redeem. Imagine Mon's voice was a channel points redeem. Yeah, it should all film. How many points should we make it worth if we make the Mon voice a redeem? $5K? Oh, Mon 10K? No, yeah, it'd be Mon. Which Mon? How much should Mon be? 10K, you think? Around 1,500? Wow, you guys have added and taken away a 0. You guys are a 0 away from agreeing. What if we do this, right? What if it's 1,500 points to turn it on and 5,000 points to turn it off? What if we do that? But they want it cheap, I'll keep it disabled. That just disables it every single stream. That would be hilarious. Zach would just use all of his points to disable, to be ready for when somebody redeems it to turn the voice on. He just turns it off. 5K for 5 minutes. I think that might be reasonable. Is that reasonable? That's as much as I'll allow. At that rate, D-Luke will never, ever get a chance to shine. Oh, I will... Yeah, I know. So, we have this board game, right? That I'm thinking about playing on stream. What do you guys think about, like, a board game stream? With me and Lettuce playing it. Plan to make Kessie build D-Luke by January? Oh, no. Would you guys enjoy a board game stream with me and Lettuce? So, hey, let me go grab the board game and show it to you, because it's kind of crazy. Kessie, have I ever sent you a... I don't know, Zach. I actually don't know. So here is the board game. Oh boy. So this is the board game, right? And it's like D&D in a way. Where, like, here are your enemies and everything. And you have to build the dungeon and, like, the level as you're going through. But you have an app or a program, in our case, it would be a program on the computer, that is kind of like your dungeon master, kind of like your DM, that controls all of the pieces other than you. Your 2 characters or whatever. I guess it'd be 2 characters, me and Lettuce. But it takes like months playing it like 1 to 2 times a week for like 4 or 5 hours, it can take like months to finish this campaign, to finish this first one. And then they have an expansion pack that you play after that one. And I'm thinking about doing something like that on stream. So Dungeons and Dragons without being Dungeons, kind of, but you don't have necessarily a DM. You have this program, but the program changes what's going on depending on how well you're doing. So like, oh, you did this last area too fast, then I'm going to make it harder. Like the program starts to make it harder and gives you random drops and everything. Like it's very interesting. We've played it up to a certain point, but we stopped playing it in Denver. We haven't played it since the move. So we would start over the campaign, and we're thinking about doing it on stream. And the program that it uses, there's one in Steam that I can just capture. Hey, DMs. Okay, hey, let me see what you're talking about, Zach. Bro, got 17 unread messages from you. Board game in extreme weather. What the hell is this thing? That's crazy. No, Zach, absolutely not. We're not going to go that crazy. Wow, I see how it is. I haven't had a chance to sit down and look at them all. I want to give you the time of day to sit down and look at them all, right? The last one was the last one that I saw was the Fate one. Why watch Fate? We've got thighs. That one was the last one that I saw. So I leave them unread so that way I can go back and remember to look at them. Are you excited? I would say to do it now, but I don't remember what they were. No, Zach, I'm not going to do that. What are you guys even talking about, Pokey and Tao? What are you doing? What is happening? So I think that we'll do a Descent stream and see how that goes. I'll have to set up the computer and set up the camera and see what best way to do it. I think it would be like, I need to look at the program itself and see how the program itself shows it. Wonton, what the hell is that emote? Why does it look bug-eyed? I mean, some of the D&D shows to actually have animated versions, yeah. Orca, another, oh. You know the ones I mean? Yeah. Wonton has funny emotes? Nah, I don't think so. Wonton's emotes are, dare I say, mid? Wow. Like, who even likes otters? Cassie won't know peek if it hits him in the face. Hey, lettuce hits me. I'm just gonna keep cutting my paper. All right, one more. One more set of cutting papers, and then we'll probably end stream. I bowed it. That's cool, Pokey. I'm glad that you bowed it. That's not how you spell doubt. I just realized that I read it wrong, but that's not how you spell doubt. That's like dough with a T. That's dote. Frick me. Anytime I see the word frick, I think of Fillion, which is not a good association. To have with that word. Yeah, see, Zach got it spelled right. Dyslexia has nothing to do. Leave you alone, me, wait, no. Okay. Sure, yeah, no problem. No problem, Pokey. Leave me alone, leave you alone. Wait, is the wait no to leaving you alone, or is the wait no to leaving me alone? It's a great association. I'm waiting for the day that Neurosama starts saying frick. Ray cheese. Pencil. See, even you guys don't know what you're talking about anymore. Even you guys can't keep whatever happening over there straight. I might actually not cut those. Oh, I need to cut those. I don't like that. They never do? Yeah, I know, right? They never know what's happening. They're in their own little world. The stream crashed for you? Crazy. Is it still crashed for you, Pokey? How did it crash for you? Even if I can see you now? Okay, cool. Not a stream issue. It's just a Pokey issue, not a stream issue. That's fair. That's fair and valid. Zach, how's TFT going for you? You don't have good internet currently. That's fair. Are you having a fun time with TFT, Zach? Zach's typing up a paragraph long response to my TFT question. TFT has been interesting. You're gold 4 now. Nice. I'm in a weekly fight on ZZZ. Oh, okay. Playing ranked TFT is so crazy to me. Just go to chess.com. You're going to play ranked TFT. Okay. That should be it on cutting the paper. We now have our pleated leg pattern. You gotta tape together. But I don't think I'm gonna do that on stream. I've been going for almost 3 hours, 2 hours, 45 minutes. So why did you cut paper? Just to cut paper, Zach. No, this is the it's the sewing pattern for Hakama pants for Yamato. This is the front pleated one. So I'm gonna make one of the pleated ones, and Lettuce is still trying to decide if she wants the pleat to go all the way around, or if it's pleat in the front only and then smooth in the back. Pokey, question on Hakama pants. I've seen that some Hakama pants are pleats all the way around, and some are pleats only in the front. Is that true, or is it always one way or the other? Because this pattern says to do pleats in the front and no pleats in the back, instead of pleats all the way around. So Zach, I'm gonna make a black pair of Hakama. Traditional. Okay, cool. That's what I thought. Awesome. That's what we're gonna do. And I'm gonna do pleats all the way around. I'm gonna make a black set of Hakama pants out of. I got some extra fabric down there. Do a mock-up. Cosplays typically doesn't use the back, so it's easier to sit. Nah, that's not what we're about. We're about doing it real. We're gonna do it the real way. Screw the sitting part. If Lettuce decides she wants pleats all the way around, she's getting pleats all the way around. Is there a child block on this? Oh no, I'm just on the wrong side. Never mind. You guys saw nothing. Definitely was not trying to open that on the wrong side. When you tie them, if they look fluffy, you're fine. Okay, cool. You saw nothing, Zach. Shut up. Yeah, I'm gonna do the pleats all the way around. I think that's what she was wanting. And I was like, well, let me see. Let's do some research first. But yeah, if traditional or pleats all the way around, then she's gonna want pleats all the way around. Okay. I think I'm gonna end stream there. 2 hours, 45 minutes, not bad. Let's see if Lyra's still streaming. And if Lyra is still streaming, then we will right into Lyra. No, but Nerdy is. Who is this wonton suit person that I follow? I'm gonna change that. Both are traditional? Interesting. Okay. Let's see what Nerdy's doing.
In a blue top with a crisp Queen's English accent. Started.
Yeah, let's go into Nerdy. Interesting, Poke. I'll ask her which one she wants. I'm assuming that she's going to want the pleats all the way around, though. So it's probably the one that'll do. Okay. We're going to raid into Nerdy. And I'm going to be done for today. Let me close Lightroom. And Photoshop. Okay. I will talk to you guys later. Let's go say hi to Nerdy. You see it more just... Yeah. You see more with just in the front? Really? So you don't see more... It's not necessarily pleat all the way around. There's a whole thing where it means status or something. Well, Yamato's the child of an emperor, former emperor, I guess. So, of course, I think Yamato's going to have it all the way around. Well, like, everything that I've seen on Yamato, it's all the way around, so. Okay. Let's go right into Nerdy.